What's going on, everybody? Troubles here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Ranch. Today, we got a table full of turkey, and we are gonna rank all of them. Bourbons, ryes, we're gonna go S is the best, A, B, C, and you freaking failed. You know, in college, if you couldn't even get a C, you failed. So that's where my grading scale stops. I've done other videos, so make sure to go check out all of those ones. Today we're doing wild turkey, bourbon and rye. This is the first time I'm including rye in the distillery grading scale, just because I had a lot of them and we have a lot to talk about, and wild turkey is one of my favorite, so I figured we should grade them all. What we will not be grading is the hard to get stuff, so sorry. The Master's Keeps, I have like 2 of them, so I'm not including them. The Russell's 13, sorry, definitely has never existed in this household. So I'm grading the ones that you should be able to regularly go find at the store. Let's get right into it. We have a lot of wild turkey. First is one that I actually don't have because Wild Turkey 101 exists. So I have to include a little photo of the bottle. It's Wild Turkey 81 proof, the standard base entry level wild turkey. You know, it's like, why would I get that when 101 is right next to it and it's better? I get it though. Wild Turkey 81 proof needs to exist. They need to have a low proof entry level offering because there are people, you know, not everyone out there are bourbon boozers and need high proof everything. And some people, that's just their jam. They want a low proof and mix it with whatever and call it a day. So it does have its place. I will give it that, but it does not have a place on my bar, you know, just 101. That's 101's place. You can't take it. Giving it the benefit of the doubt, it's definitely not an F, okay? It's not egregiously bad. You want bad, you go to the bottom of the shelf, you get something that's $9, that's bad. At least the 81 proof tries, at least it tastes passable, you know? So I'm not gonna fail it. I'm gonna give it a C minus. Just as a bourbon drinker looking for something to consume in a glass, don't do it, just get a 101. All right, moving on, the next bottle we have it. Dangerously low, it is the Wild Turkey 101 proof, tried and true classic, absolute staple. This is a must own. You gotta have it, you gotta try it. I will say, this might be sacrilegious to some. Some people are gonna hear this and they're gonna freak out. I still don't want to put this as an S tier bottle. I know some people are like, nope, this dude's an idiot. It's just personally not my favorite daily sipping bottle. I think it needs to be on your bar. I think you need to try it. You need to have it. It's just not my favorite. I personally prefer maybe some of the budget Old Forester stuff. Those are kind of S tier budget friendly bottles to me. This one still, I'm gonna give it an A plus. It's really freaking good to me, and I always have it. It's just not my go-to everyday pour, so it's my list. So if you disagree, go down to the comments, leave a comment, let everyone know what your list is so we can make fun of you. Just kidding, I wanna hear all your thoughts, what you would rank these, where would you put this guy? Let's keep it moving. Next bottle would be, oh, hey, let's start with a rye. Wild Turkey 101 Rye. I gotta say this, if you are a viewer of this channel, you know I've said this 1,000 times. I'm not the biggest rye guy. I don't really reach for it. I don't, you know, I gotta be in the mood for it. And not a lot of ryes make it to my top favorite list. There are some exceptions. There's some really good ones out there. I like rye. It's just never really something that I reach for or whatever. So I have to grade that accordingly. So the 101 rye, I do not like it better than the 101. It's more expensive than the 101, at least around here. I also don't really find myself ever wanting to pour this neat. I don't want to just sip on this and enjoy it. I can't put it in the same ranking as Wild Turkey 101 because I'm gonna choose the 101 over this. So I'm gonna give this a B. I think it's good, especially if you're looking for, you know, those barely legal ryes that are sweet. They're kind of just more like a high rye bourbon, and you can just do whatever you want with it. It's fine, neat. You can put it in a cocktail. You can call it a day. Let's keep this rolling. The next bottle in the list, Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof. Oh yeah. This right here was one of the first barrel proofs I've ever had. It's 116.8, which is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, kind of low for a barrel proof, and maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much as a first barrel proof, was because it didn't just melt my face off, but it still showed me the world of full on flavor barrel proof bourbon, and it captivated me. It was so freaking good. It's a staple, it's delicious, it's pretty affordable, it's findable. This is S tier barrel proof bourbon to me. My issue with it, and this is a bonus because I'm not technically ranking this bottle, but I just wanted to bring it up, is that this bottle right here is chill filtered, but guess what? They make Wild Turkey Rare Breed non-chill filtered. It's a travel exclusive. Guess what? It's better. It's so much better. It looks cool, it tastes better. Come on, why are we chill filtering things? Why I kind of brought that up is because of the next bottle, which is Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye, right there on the front, non-chill freaking filtered. So you're not gonna chill filter the rye, but you are gonna chill filter the bourbon, but then you're going to make the chill filtered bourbon and then put it behind a wall where people can't get it. I think everything should be non-chill filtered. They should just get rid of that. It's less steps and it makes bourbon better. Whew. Anyway, Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. Again, not my favorite thing. I think I might even like the 101 Rye better than this. My problem with this is the price. It's more expensive than the Rare Breed, and it's definitely not at the level of, you know, it does not pull on my heartstrings like that bottle does. I really don't find myself wanting to pour this neat again, and it's expensive, so I also kind of don't want to make cocktails with it. I just get the 101. I'm sure some people will love this out there. Just for me, it really falls in this weird area of not wanting to do anything it was designed for, either A, because of the price, or B, because I don't care to drink it. Still good though. I'm gonna rank this B, B minus. It's kind of too expensive for what I personally get out of it, so sorry. Let's keep it rolling. Next bottle. Wow, we got a lot of them. Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit Single Barrel. This, okay, let's just be honest and call it what it is, or kind of is, I guess. This is like 101 single barrel, okay? That's what we're doing here. My main issue with these is the price. Again, 101, $27 or less. I've seen some people get it incredibly low priced. This is like $60+ second, and this kind of applies to all single barrels. I get it. But some single barrels are really good. Some of them pretty disappointing. It's like you get it and you say, why didn't I just buy 3 regular 101s? Why did I buy this one? Now I will say, this particular pick, fantastic. I would buy it, 10 times over. But how do you know that until you do it? So it's kind of just a risk you gotta take that applies to all single barrels, really. I gotta put it in the middle. Middle of the road to me, it's like B+, bordering A, some of the picks bordering C, but it's all in that range to me of just kind of in the middle, good. I'm good with it, I'm happy with it. Could it have been a little lower price? Yeah. Am I mad I paid $60 for it? No. Unless it was a bad one, and then it's just like, whatever. B. I'm going B. Need a sip of whiskey. We've been talking a lot. You should take a break too and go check out the Bourbon Ranch Patreon page. Get you access to cool Bourbon Ranch glasses. You get merchandise over there and access to exclusive Bourbon Ranch barrel picks. We got a lot of barrel picks coming. So if that's something that interests you, you better hop on over there. We got something that's like 80% alcohol, hazmat. You can join for as little as $1. It goes all the way up to whatever you want to support the channel as, and all the merchandise you get kind of correlates with what tier you join. Love you guys. All right, let's move on. We're gonna move on to an obscure one before we get into the Russell's lineup of things, which is Wild Turkey Longbranch. Come on. Small batch, aged in American oak, expertly crafted. Marketing lingo. Cool. Kentucky Straight Bourbon, Oak and Texas Mesquite Charcoal Refined. Just like never before used words. You know, I went and bought this bottle specifically for this video. Never tried it. I always looked at it as just a marketing scheme. You know, the whole Matthew McConaughey, or, you know, my parents love Wild Turkey. I love the guy. And the video that they do is really cool. I always saw this bottle and was like, what's up? It's more expensive than 101. It's lower proof. It's got all this marketing words on it. Who is it after? Not me. And then I tried it, and boy, was I right. Absolutely correct. I gotta be careful because I get it. Some people just, they don't drink like us. Maybe we're the problem. Maybe we got a problem. But this is just not for your bourbon connoisseur. I think this is just for your run-of-the-mill dude who just, this is the one bottle he owns of whiskey, and he pours it and drinks it after work. And that's totally cool. It doesn't taste bad. It's not bad at all. It's just kind of whatever. And then you look at the price, it's like $35. Then you're kind of like, if you're someone who collects whiskey, it's kind of like, I could have bought so many other bottles that are better for $35 or less. Yes, you could get better stuff for less. This is marketed at a certain demographic, and you know, the whole mesquite mellowing and refining just doesn't do a whole lot for anything that's inside it. It's just whatever. I feel like this is something like the dude is trying to get a bottle of whiskey for the girl's dad for Christmas, and he doesn't know anything about bourbon, and he goes in there and he's like, oh, I've heard of 101. Well, look at that, it's Wild Turkey, but it's in a fancy bottle. It's a little more expensive. That's gotta be good for him. I put this in the same category as Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack. It's just kind of a marketing thing for people who just don't know any better, and it's fine. You're not gonna get this and hate it, but you're also not gonna get this and love it, especially if you're a bourbon drinker. I'm putting this C-. It barely passes because it doesn't taste terrible, but it's not something I would recommend pretty much anybody. There's just so much other stuff to go get. Rant over. Holy crap. Can you tell I don't like marketing gimmicks, you know? Moving on to the Russell's lineup. Some of my favorite bottles ever. Spoiler alert. First up, Russell's Reserve 10-year. You are sleeping on this bottle. It's 10 years old. It's Russell's Reserve. It's Wild Turkey. It's $30-something. Get out of here. It's so good. I've definitely heard people just say it's not for them. It's not their jam. You get the oakiness. You get the 10-year oakiness on this. But then again, if you compare to something like Eagle Rare, which is 10, harder to get, people kind of lose their minds over it, and this is just sitting there on the shelf crying because you're not buying it. I'm buying it. And then he's happy. This bottle's just so crushable to me. Is it S tier though? Borderline for me. Borderline for me. But I've definitely heard some people just say it's not their jam. To me, bare minimum, this is A. This is A+, good bourbon. Always on my shelf. Part of how I rank things too is how fast I go and replace it when it's empty. Instant replace. All right, real quick, the next bottle we're gonna go to is another one I don't have, sorry, but it is the Russell's Reserve 6-year-old rye. Now this bottle to me, I feel like is better than the regular Wild Turkey lineup of things. In fact, I genuinely think I like the Russell's branch of the Wild Turkey tree better than the Wild Turkey branch of Wild Turkey. So the 101 Rare Breed, I much prefer the Russell's 10 and the Russell's Single Barrel more. It's just more my style. They are different. You definitely can tell. You could tell they're from the same DNA, but they are different. So I think I like the 6-year-old rye better than the 101 rye. It's still not my favorite thing ever. It's just kind of another good option to have, but I would probably pick this one over the 101 rye. B+, B+er than the 101, okay? And then while we're on the rye, we might as well finish the ryes. The Russell's Single Barrel Rye. which is 104 proof. Also non-chill filtered. What's up with them chill filtering the rye? Why can't you do that to the bourbon? What the heck? I think this one's definitely my favorite rye from them. Very enjoyable to drink neat, kind of chocolatey to me. I like that. I like the little chocolatey mint dessert thing that this gives me. Stands up great in a cocktail. Pretty good price too, especially comparatively. That's another thing, you know, the ryes are usually more expensive than the bourbons and then are nowhere near as good. This one's kind of in the same ballpark as the Russell Single Barrel. Still really good, love it. I think as far as just a bourbon drinker's rye, I think it's an A. Maybe A minus. Not gonna knock your socks off, oh my God, this is the best rye ever, but it's still pretty dang good. So there was that. Let's move on to the last bottle on the list, which, whoa, save the best for last. Spoiler, Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. This is non-chill filtered. I'm an idiot. They do chill filter this one. There we go. No wonder, it's so freaking good. Maybe we just need to petition that they non-chill filter Rare Breed. Now, this right here is the regular single barrel offering. This is not a store pick. Some of those store picks are like S tier and beyond good, but I had to throw this regular offering on the list instead of a store pick because for a standard offering bottle that has exceptional store picks, this is freaking delicious. This is great. So if you go to a store and you don't see a store pick, this is what you got, get it. I hadn't had one of these. They kind of disappeared for quite some time. I went to the store, found one, immediately bought it. Wow, it's like I forgot. I always knew it was good. I forgot just how good. You get age. You get aged wild turkey. You get that non-chill filter, full of flavor, mouthfeel. It's just incredible. I think the proof is great. I mean, it's close enough to barrel proof. It's there, it's hot, it's in your face, it's fantastic. The price is pretty dang good too. I think this was 70 bucks all day. Love it. This is S tier. This is S tier bourbon. I would say, to me personally, over the Rare Breed, like this is my favorite expression, standard expression from Wild Turkey, just hands down. I mean, this bottle, they just knock it out of the dang park. Holy moly, that was a lot of Wild Turkey. So, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new here, and please go down to the comment section and give your personal ranking. How would you rank all of these bottles? That way people don't just have to listen to a dude sitting in his room talking about his favorite turkeys. And until next time, guys, I'm Trev Wilson. I will see you in the next video.